Hello and welcome to Our Time.
Lovely to have your company once again.
It is.
Now, have you ever been a company director?
Yes.
You are, aren't you? Come on.
Well, I am.
But also, you help out the needy because you do some cooking for people.
Yes, I do, for the homeless
And we're talking about that today.
We are.
On this episode of Our Time, because we're going to talk about Orange Sky. Now, I was fascinated to find out about this, and hopefully you will be too. If you were living rough, what would you do with your clothes? Where would you wash? How would you wash?
Well, there's two young men that started this, and it's just fantastic. They won an award. Two boys from Perth, 20-year-olds, that started up this van with a washing machine and a dryer. Unbelievable.
And it's all controlled via computers, and it all works. So it's brilliant. That's really worth sticking around on today's episode for. Gary Dickinson is here as well.
Yes.
And we're also going to find out, that's why I ask you about company directors, who helps women in the professional workforce?
Help, as in what sort of help?
Well, mentor to find out, what's
well, we're about to find out.
On Behind Closed Doors, and here is the lovely Sue.
Ooh.
Thanks, Malcolm and Janice, and hello, everyone. No matter where we are in life, what age we are at or what gender we are, we all need a support system, a network of people around us who will be there for us to support us when we're down and when we're up, who'll laugh with us when we're bright and cry with us when we need to cry. And there's a wonderful organisation now that supports specifically women in business, and it's called Behind Closed Doors. I'd like to welcome today Tiffany Boyne from Behind Closed Doors to tell us all about it. I imagine as women particularly move into the workforce, they do need a network of other women with the similar sorts of problems to work with and to support them.
Absolutely. So it's really, really important because, we want to see more women achieving. We want to see more women up there in the executive positions. And it's important to be around with like-minded women who can share challenges, share strategies and visions and feel that you're not alone in this crazy business world and that we can all achieve and we can hit the heights that we want to.
And it's always been a male-dominated world, hasn't it? Men in suits. It's something women only in the last, I don't know how many decades, but not for very long have women actually been putting on the business suit and going out there and working in the business world.
No,
so it's very important to have that network.
It is, and it's just about having the opportunities to share that professional development, to share the mentoring, to share the networking. Networking is so important.
It is, yeah.
So it's about getting out there and connecting and building relationships, coming up with new initiatives and ideas that you can then take back to the workforce for it to be far more productive.
And even on a personal note, there would be a number of women in the workforce who still have a responsible role as a parent.
Yes.
And to find ways to juggle that, to sort that through.
And that's the beauty about women working together, because we're having a family, we've got a full-time job, and we're also looking after our aged parents.
Yes.
So there is so much to look after. So once again, to be with like-minded women to just help us achieve and know how other people can sort of go through their minefield and deal with their challenges and their successes.
Yeah, I was delighted to see that the main agenda of Behind Closed Doors is for each member to, the greatest achievement for each person is to allow to see others become better in their own professions. And I think that's a wonderful concept, because I think part of the thing that's held women back over the years is that it's implied that they are scratching each other's eyes out, that they don't want to see each other survive and improve. But that's clearly not the case.
No, and here we're all about women mentoring women, women helping women to achieve and to get up into those executive positions. We have a number of memberships for varying areas of their career. So we have it for the executive women, we have it for the luminaries, the manager level women, and we want to see them transition up to the executives. We have it for the entrepreneurial women. That's a very siloed area too. So women who are running their own businesses, and also the executive assistants and personal assistants. There they are assisting the top people, and yet they receive no development themselves.
No.
So it's really about every area of the female's sort of career, and let's help you achieve your full potential.
Absolutely. How did the concept come about?
So it came about with Donnie Walford. She's the founder of Behind Closed Doors, and it started back in 2008. great, and originally started with the executive women because that is a very siloed position, and so a number of women sort of came to Donnie saying, you know, we need a support group. You know, it's tough up here, and so that's how it began, having that opportunity to share ideas and initiatives and to grow from there.
And from there, it's grown to which capital cities in Australia?
So we're here in Adelaide. We're in Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne and Perth.
Wow.
So it's growing. We're taking it across to America. So it really is, it's fabulous. It's fabulous to be a part of, and it's fabulous to sort of see women. We're seeing there are too many women on that manager level.
Yes.
We want to see more up in that
Transition to the executive level.
And, you know, in the entrepreneurs, incredible women.
Yes.
And, you know, like there's so many business women out there who are running their own businesses, and it's about having that support.
Yeah. So what sets Behind Closed Doors apart from other professional organisations?
So we are like the whole package. So Behind Closed Doors will provide you the professional development where we're bringing in, we're customising the program specifically for you and for your needs. We are also providing the group mentoring with like-minded women, and we're fitting you to the right areas that's going to sort of challenge you. And we're also about networking, and my word is, you know, really connecting. It's about building relations, building connections, because that's what's going to help you move forward in your life as well.
Yes. So how do women become involved? How do they join the organisation?
So Behind Closed Doors is an invitation-only program. So it is about...
And why is that? Why?
Well, it's because Behind Closed Doors isn't right for everyone, and everyone isn't right for Behind Closed Doors. So it's really important to make sure that we've got the right people for you and for the members that we have around the table to see that everyone achieves and sees their full potential. And so therefore, and that's why we break it up into, as I said before, to the executives, to your manager level, to your entrepreneurial women, to your EAs. It's about sort of, placing them in their different sort of spots and helping them achieve. So if you're interested in Behind Closed Doors, it's, you know, looking on our website, having LinkedIn, Twitter, calling, you know, Behind Closed Doors, and I'm more than happy to have a chat with people about it.
That's your role. What is your role in the organisation?
So I'm the National Business Director, and so I'm sort of going across to Adelaide and Sydney and Melbourne. Donnie also goes across to Perth as well.
Yes.
So it's having the opportunity to sit down and understand the challenges and the successes that the women are going through, and then helping find out if this is the right development for them.
Yeah. So you'd be the person for them to contact.
Absolutely.
Anyone to contact, and you would slot them into an area and an area that would suit their specific needs.
Absolutely. So it would be about understanding them, understanding what their challenges are, what their needs are, what their development is, because we do bring, you know, we fit you to the right group. Yeah. We also bring in customised speakers, because it's about making sure we're giving you the development you need.
Yes.
Not something that, you know, we've got for the year. It's, do you need, you know, difficult conversations, or do you need strategic thinking or business processes? But we're also about you as the whole person, the holistic. So it's also about the personal side. So, you know, stress management, health and wellness. And
there are specific issues that apply more specifically to women, not you know, to both genders. So it makes sense that there is an organisation like this.
Well, it also makes you be able to relate to different people. You know, women are fantastic. We show our insecurities, we show our vulnerabilities, and then we show how we overcome them. So you realise you're not alone in this crazy world sometimes.
And that's good. And we just keep chipping away at that glass ceiling.
Absolutely. But also achieving it. And seeing women and, you know, helping and supporting each other to sort of get up there. And, you know, men do it so well because men are out there, they're going to different lunches, they're going to dinners, they're out there connecting and building relationships. Whereas females, we tend to be a lot more project orientated and task orientated. So we do a fabulous job and we get a pat on the end, back at the end of it. But we really need to sort of get out of the office and meet different people.
Meet new people.
Because the initiatives you bring back is, you know, so productive for the organisation.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to talk to you. And anybody watching who would like to become involved with Behind Closed Doors can contact you via LinkedIn or through the webpage.
Behind Closed Doors.
Behind Closed Doors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sue.
We're going to now have a chat with Ken, who's with Gary from AA Family Motors.
Back talking motor vehicles, how to buy one, how to get finance with Gary Tank Dickerson. Gary, we have spoken in the past about finance. This is where I believe you can help people.
Yeah, look, we have our own in-house finance down there. What we like to do is try and get the mainstream finance for people. If we can't get mainstream finance, we can go through a company called Rockwell Finance that helps people get loans that can't get loans from anywhere else. We try and cap the car at around 10 to 11,000, so it's around $100 to $115 a week.
Yep.
In between 3 to 4 years. It comes with a 5-year extended warranty that if something happens to your car, it gets fixed, you're back on the road. That's what we want. And after that, then basically you get your credit rating up and happening, and then we can go and get you exactly what car you want in the future.
Okay, so if people have had a few problems with finance in the past, you can sort that out for them.
Yeah, well, that's what it's about. We've been going for nearly 9 years now, and there's a lot of people that have had problems and they can't get finance, and that's what we do. We help them out.
Are you taking a risk?
No, exactly. We do take a risk, but, you know, in saying that, there is something to get at the end of the line for both people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What we might do, because it's a fairly convoluted topic, finance, we'll, in the near future, talk about interest rates and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've got no problems about that.
Good on you.
Yeah, thank you.
Gary the Tank Dickinson, back with more Our Time shortly.
Here we are.
And welcome back.
Yes.
Janice, if you were living a bit rough on the street, you wouldn't really have access to even things like washing your clothes.
No.
And washing generally, I guess, but washing your clothes would be a real problem. Kirby Draper joins us now, and Kirby is working with Orange Sky.
Great colour, that.
It is,
Almost
isn't
like
it?
It is.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, love orange.
Orange Sky Laundry. I've heard about this, Kirby, but I really don't know a great deal about what you're actually doing.
Right.
So, first of all, where did Orange Sky start?
It started in Brisbane by two 20-year-old boys.
Really?
Yes. And they...
Their mum brought them up proper, didn't
Yes,
she?
didn't she?
They did indeed. And they had an old van, and they came up with a crazy idea that they wanted to assist our friends on the street with washing their clothes. And so they gutted their van and they put in some old washing machines and dryers, and they started going around the parks and washing people's laundry. And that turned into them winning Young Australians of the Year.
As it should have.
Yeah.
And they've now got 10 vans around the country.
That's just brilliant.
And you said that it's only recently here in South Australia.
That's right.
How recent is it?
We opened up around Easter
Right.
here, and so they provided the van down here, and all of the volunteers in the state are volunteers. There's no
Well,
paid
that was my
people.
next question. Is everybody a volunteer?
That's right. So,
So
everyone in South Australia is a volunteer.
So
yeah.
people from all sorts of walks of life have just said, I realise there's an issue here, I can help.
That's right. Exactly right.
So if people really want to assist you, how is the best way for them to find out more?
Well, they've got a great website, www.orangeskylaundry.com.au.
Right there.
Yeah. And you can log on there, and it'll give you a great information about how you can assist by either donating your money or donating your time. And so anyone...
Washing powder?
We have a special washing powder. So it's a sort of a standardised one that we use. It's hypoallergenic and things like that.
Well, you see, now they're things you wouldn't normally think about.
No,
would
but do you get... So is that somebody that's sponsoring you that gives you that, or do you have to buy that? That's something that, obviously, if people are donating, does that donation go towards the powder? That you
Well, we have, it's a liquid, and
Right.
so if you see the van, and I might be able to provide you with something that will show you how the van works, but it's all run by an app. And once you press the button, basically the washer goes on and the liquid shoots through.
It does it all.
Yeah, it does it all.
Brilliant. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Wow.
yeah.
So the people who find themselves in these situations, and clearly because of the economics of the world at the moment, some people are being forced into this situation, and it just sort of worsens, I guess, as they become more depressed and lose confidence in themselves and so on. Obviously, being able to put on some clean clothes again must make them feel so much better for themselves.
Yeah, and that's my exact reason for wanting to volunteer with Orange Sky Laundry, is that the confidence level of these people when they get to put on some clean threads is just astonishing. And
The surprising impact of Orange Sky Laundry is that, you know, it takes 2 minutes to pop in the laundry, and then you've got an hour when we wait for them to be washed and dried. Right. And so we put out 6 orange chairs, and the real impact that we've had is the conversations that we've been able to have with these people. And they have a lot to say, but they just don't have an avenue to do it. And Orange Sky Laundry has been able to provide that, and it's been a really amazing experience for me, and I think I've gotten more out of it than they have. So,
oh, that's wonderful.
Do you know, I think everyone that volunteers to do anything says exactly that. I mean, we certainly feel that too, don't we?
Yes, I do cooking on a Monday at a centre.
All right.
And a friend and I do it for a couple of hours, and food's put into packs, and people that need it come and collect what they need. But it's the same thing. There's so much joy in that centre that because you're helping these people, they're wonderful. It's just, I look forward to it.
Have we lost, do you think as a society we've lost the ability to really go out of our way just that little bit? Because it's not that much, just to help those who don't have the same things that we have.
Well, I think there's avenues to do it, and it's just about people being able to find the right one for them to be able to give back that little bit.
And it's not just about money, though, is it?
That's right.
It's really about the human contact.
That's it. And you know, if you were homeless and you had $3, would you spend that $3 on washing your clothes, or would you spend it on food or trying to find a place to stay that night? And so it's just
if I'd been wearing the same undies for a week or two, I think I'd be thinking somewhere down that path. But you know, the facilities aren't really. There's no sort of choices of ways of doing that, I guess, apart from perhaps public toilets. How would they manage before?
Well, there are service providers, so we team up. On our shift, we run 7 days a week, so we team up with a certain service provider. So in Adelaide, we've got the wonderful people of Hutt Street Centre, Vincentian Centre, St Luke's Church, St Mary's Kitchen in Glenelg, and a lot of those services.
Can they direct you to the most needy?
They can, and a lot of services do provide laundry services already, but sometimes they cost, and sometimes they're, you know, we've got to reduce the strain on those resources because obviously,
you said, if you've only got $3 in your pocket, the last thing you're going to think about is washing your clothes.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So who are the people, who are the types of people who volunteer for this?
We've got an array of people. We've got a lot of young'uns, which is great because a lot of volunteering is utilised by retirees and things like that. And we've got a lot of young people in this service now, which is really sort of surprising for Orange Sky, and I think it's on the back of 2 20-year-olds starting this organisation. So, but yeah, love me also a good retiree because they've got a lot of time and they have a lot of passion to give to the service. And so it's been really surprising of people all ages have just come together for this really simple idea.
Wow.
Have government been involved yet?
No, we're privately funded. So we're funded by great people like the Good Guys, Richard J and all sorts of things. And they fit us out with this amazing van. And then we've got a lot of corporate sponsors. It's, I think, about $4 a wash to be powered by this diesel generator because we're completely portable. So we don't have to hook up to water or anything like that. We've got the tanks on board that have the clean water and the grey water. We rely on a lot of funding from the public.
How big's the truck? It must be quite a size if you're... And how many washing machines do you have on board for each truck?
We have 2 washing machines and 2 dryers, and then the big generator and the tanks down the bottom.
Are the trucks this colour too?
They are, yes, of course. Yes, it's very hard to miss. You'll see it, I reckon. So, but it's just a van. It's not a huge truck or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. It's honestly just brilliant. If we, as a society, start thinking more about these things, we'll be better off, won't we?
Yeah.
So the future of this, do you feel it's a growing thing?
Oh yes, they've gotten a lot of legs because of the award that they got, and so they've got a lot of publicity, which has been so fabulous for them. And like I said, they've got 10 vans around the country with a lot more coming. It's about $100,000 per van. So. Yeah, it is a lot of money.
It's not a cheap setup.
No.
So just tell us where is Orange Sky operating?
We
operate. Is it in Perth yet?
It is, yes. So around the country.
Yep. Well, in the capital cities, because this program is seen in Geelong and Melbourne, and in Perth, and in Sydney, and in Brisbane. And of course, we're online, so it's a matter of connecting this information with people as well.
Yes, so we've got one running in Perth. It's a very busy service. I think they've got something ridiculous like 14 services a week or something like that. We obviously run in Adelaide. We've got Melbourne City and South Melbourne. We've got it in Canberra. We've got a very recent van in Hobart, 2 in Sydney, I believe, and one coming soon to Wollongong. We've got another one coming soon, I believe, to Alice Springs. And we've got 3 in Queensland, the Gold Coast, Sunny Coast, and in Brisbane.
How long have you been involved?
Just since April.
That's right.
So yes,
Sorry,
I'm
I
a
did say
freshie.
that.
Yeah,
Freshie.
yeah.
Well, I wish you, and we wish you, all the best for the future,
Thank you.
particularly for this.
Wonderful thing that you're doing.
And just knowing that there are people who care enough to really want to do this. So, if you'd like to find out more, or volunteer, or donate. The information is right here, and hopefully some people will follow that up. But just keep your eyes open for the orange van.
Indeed, we're hard to miss.
Kirby, thank you so much for joining
Lovely
us
to
on
meet
Our
you.
Yeah,
Time.
really
Thank you
nice
for
to
your
meet you.
time.
Thank
Good
you.
luck in the future.
Thanks for having me.
Janice just said to me, "You start." I usually say, "You start," and you said,
that's
"You
why I
start."
said it.
And you see, it was about behind closed doors. She's becoming bossy now. Little encouragement.
I know. See?
But speaking of being bossy,
And
we've got Lavette with us.
what's that got to do with being
Absolutely
bossy?
nothing.
Welcome
Worst
back to
segue
the
in the world.
program. We haven't
Thank
seen
you.
you for a
Welcome back
while.
to Australia.
Yes.
Thank you.
Where have you been?
Where have
I've
you
been away in Southeast Asia, East Timor.
Which is only a hop away from.
Darwin, an hour actually.
Did you row?
I got on a flight.
But
Big
why
flight?
did you go?
It
What was the reason for going?
It was
To get a new hairstyle.
no. I was just at the end of my degree. I was searching, and I wanted to find myself, but also do something meaningful, something rewarding.
And it was?
It was very.
Good.
Did it change your life or your perception
Yes, definitely. It gave me a whole different perspective and appreciate life overall.
of what though?
Of what we have in Australia and the opportunities and everything.
So what did you actually do?
I visited schools. I went to remote places. I went over to community halls and hospitals, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So mainly my role there was to help with whatever they needed me to help with.
Yeah.
But I did more than I actually thought I was going to do. So I was able to teach in the primary school there, and I taught English, a little bit of English, because the local language is Tetun, but in schools they teach Portuguese as well. I had no idea what the language was, so I had to learn a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm there yet, but I was getting there.
Oh, okay.
And
Did your background help you, knowing what you'd come from?
it did because I could blend in quite easily because there were lots of dark-skinned kids in the school.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And there was one kid particularly who had the same curly hair as me. So I'll walk around and then they'll be touching my hair. Like, oh, you have curly hair. Curly hair. So I'm like, yes, we do have the same hair texture. So that was something we could relate to. And because I was dark-skinned, I felt accepted more
Sure.
about the kids.
Easily, yeah.
Yes, they were very open and very welcoming.
I've never asked you that question, but do you feel, when you look at so many white people, do you feel different?
No, not at all.
Because I've never thought of you as being different either.
No, not at all. No.
So you'd recommend this for other people to do?
Oh, definitely. I mean, particularly young people, I would say, because...
When you finished uni and you're sort of looking, where do I start my life?
Yes, definitely. When I went there, I literally was just going to help out the best way possible because I love humanitarian work. People have done it for me.
Yep.
I wanted to give back as well. and I chose Kids Act is an organization in East Timor, in Hera, particularly that region.
Yeah.
But they go out, and the lady there, her name is Branca. She was very helpful. I mean, the things that she do there, it's amazing. The population, it's huge, and the job prospect is very slim. The kids there go to school, but education
And
level
then
is
what? Yeah, what do
nothing.
they do?
Nothing.
But not
There
for
is-
that long either, do they? They don't have the opportunities to go, for
uni.
example, to uni.
No, no.
Unless they came to Darwin, I guess.
Even coming to Darwin to afford is very difficult because there's no jobs. There's about 70% of the population out of jobs. About 60% are farmers.
We know so little about our near neighbours. That's the sad thing,
It
isn't
is.
it?
Yes.
Look, thank you so much for popping in yet again, and we'll no doubt see you for our Christmas show, I hope.
Yes, I will be here.
I've got to bring something along to our Christmas show. I must brief you on that. Okay. But listen, thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, don't forget, you can download an app now so that you can watch us on your mobile phone if you want to, or on your tablet. And we'll explain a little bit more about that in the next few weeks.
We will.
And this is the information here for Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. Tell your friends we're still here. Next year it's going to be a bit different, but it's been great to have your company in this episode of Our Time. So,
Take care until the next time.
and keep yourself nice till then. Thank you, Lavette.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.